not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Afternoon. I hope you are all well. I hope you're enjoying your Friday and looking forward to the weekend. Got another show. Following on from my members show that I did yesterday, I did promise that I would do another Liverpool show. So this one is fixing issues. So we're going to have a look at some tactics. We're going to have a look at some players. We're going to have a look at some of the players that we've signed, exactly how they're going to fit into Liverpool, because for some reason it really does look like we've profiled the wrong type of player to actually fit into a system that we want to play. I also want to have a look at some of the players, some of the individuals as well that we've got this season, and how different they have been to the previous season. Um, so we're going to take a look at some of the players currently at Liverpool who've been at Liverpool already, and see what's gone wrong there. And we're probably going to have some honest conversations around Arnie Slot, because it's not been great, if I'm completely honest. If you break it down just on a level of statistics, just statistical, yeah. So Arnie Slot's been at Liverpool since the start of last season, not this season, last season. And if you want to break it down into years, yeah, as in years. So say he joined June 2024, yeah, and then he had 6 months of football up until the end of 2025. He's played 37 games and he's won 33, and he's drawn 3 and he's lost 3. So you want to kind of like break it down like that, yeah. So on a perspective of you've been at the club for, oh, pardon me. So you've been at the club for 37 games in total, including 6 Champions League games, 4 EFL Cup games, and 27 Premier League games. So that's from June the 1st, 2024, all the way through to the end of the year. Yeah. So you break it down on that level, just on a perspective level like that. Yeah. 37 games, 31 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. Okay. Now, if you think of it on a level like that, that's really, really good. Like, it's really, really good. Like, his first 6 months were unbelievable. Yeah, they just were. Okay. The games he lost, Nottingham Forest, yeah, Liverpool at home to Nottingham Forest after the international break, we lost that game 1-0. Okay, we could have won that game, but we lost it. Diogo Jota missed an absolute sitter in that game. Dominic Szoboszlai missed a sitter in that game. Okay, so we missed chances in that game to win that. We lost that game. We lost Plymouth away in a pointless cup competition, which we didn't really want to be in, and we played a load of kids. However, we did play Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, and who else played in that game? Maybe Cody, or maybe Chiesa. I think Chiesa might have played. So we actually had, I think Ben Doak might have played that game, actually. Ben Doak might have played that game. So we literally had a good attack in that game, but a terrible, like an inexperienced team in other areas. But we did have a good attack, but we still lost 1-0 at their ground on a plastic pitch. Okay. And then we lost to PSV away, where we literally played all the reserve team. Okay, so we played all the reserve team, got beat by Plymouth, played all the reserve team, got beat by PSV. So that's your 3 losses. Okay. Your 3 draws, I'm not 100% sure who they were against. I think 2 of them were against Arsenal. Just for an example. Yeah, I think we drew against Arsenal twice. Yeah. That's kind of, and I think Newcastle away. So I think we drew against Newcastle away, and we drew against Newcastle away, and we drew against Arsenal twice. I think that was the 3 draws that year. Okay. That was 2024. Okay. That was an 83.8% win ratio in all competitions under Arnie Slot when he joined Liverpool. When he joined Liverpool, 83.6% win ratio when he joined Liverpool. No pre-season. Never got any time on the ground with his players until he started the season because all the main team were away on international duty. We know this. And never implemented his tactics. We know this. We know this, okay? We know this because he told everybody consistently every single time, I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed anything. Okay. 2025, 2025, Arnie changed things. Arnie changed his tactics. We know he did. He started playing Andy Robinson as a third centre-back in possession. Okay? He started to use his players differently. We know this. We know this. He started playing Trent as this inverted right back now. So he was in midfield most of the time. We know this. We know this. He started moving Bradley as an inward runner, as an inside flank runner. We know this. We started using Dominic Szoboszlai more as just more of a runner, just more of a guy who just did the shuttles across and kept on tracking for Mo and kept on tracking for Trent. We know this. We know this. We know that he started to use Cody Hakpo more inverted, like an inverted winger where he came inside. And we know that he started using Luis Diaz more as a false nine. We know this. We know all of this. This all happened 2025, okay? Let me give you the numbers for 2025 because the drop-off is huge. Nobody's talking about this. The drop-off is huge, okay? 2025 for the 6 months. Okay, let's scrap the 6 months, yeah? Let's just roll it all the way to where we are now, okay? So the whole of 2025, including this season, yeah, we're gonna run it. We're gonna run it from Arnie's tactics for when he started playing his formation, okay? We're gonna start it from when Arnie dropped away from Jurgen Klopp's 4-3-3 system and moved to his 4-2-3-1, which isn't 4-2-3-1 by any stretch of the imagination. It just isn't, okay? And I'll show you what his tactics are on the tactics board, okay? So we'll go from this year, January this year, all the way through to now, okay? I'll give you the numbers, and we can sit there and go, has it been good or has it been bad? Okay? Because last year, it was good. It was great. The numbers were fantastic. Okay? This year, the numbers are stinky. They're really bad. Okay? And I'll give you the numbers. Okay? Right. This year, this year we have 21, so that's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, so this season we have this year we have 35 games played. Okay, you're all with me. 35 games played. We played 37 last year. Okay, so we played 37 games last year. This year we played 35 already. Okay, that's including Premier League. Yeah, so we've got Premier League, we've got Champions League, we've got EFL Cup. Okay, we haven't got any friendlies or anything like that. There's no point putting any of that stuff in there. Okay, so we've got EFL Cup. Yeah, we've got Premier League, and we've got Champions League. We haven't got FA Cup because we haven't done an FA Cup yet. Okay, so that's not there. And we've also got the EFL Cup final as well to include. And also we can put the charity shield, the community shield in there as well. Okay, so we've got 36 games. Okay, so 36 games in total we have played this calendar year. Okay, this is how many games we've drawn. 5, 6. Actually, that's not really 6 because we lost it on penalties. So I can't put that down as a draw. So we've drawn 5 games. Okay, so 36 games played. Sorry, 37 games played. Sorry, 36 games played. 5 drawn. Okay, already it's more than last season. Already it's more than last season for draws. Okay, so we've gone from 37 games, 3 draws last season to 36 games, 5 draws. Okay, this season. Sorry, this year. Okay, I won't say season, I'll say year. Okay, calendar year. But the thing is, it's not a calendar year, is it? It's not it's not the whole of 2024. That's the thing I'm trying to get at here. It isn't the whole of 2024. It's half of 2024. Okay? He wasn't our manager the other 6 months beforehand. And that's what I'm going to get at. This is what I'm trying to get at. This is how bad it's dropped. Okay? So this is this season, previous season, and the current season, which we haven't played many games. Okay? We haven't played many games, Premier League games. Okay? So just bear this in mind. 36 games, 5 draws. Okay? Now the losses. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 losses. So you've got 5 draws and 8 losses out of 37 games. Do I really do? I mean, do I need to actually? Do I need to actually have a point here? Because every channel I go on, people are arguing with me saying that it's not bad. It's fucking atrocious. Like when have we had, genuinely in the chat, when have we had a 6-month period where we've lost 8 games and drawn 5? Am I in some kind of different reality than everybody else? Because we've lost 8 games and drawn 5 in 2025, and people are saying that it's hunky dory, that it's all fine, everything's great. Like you're overreacting. Like you're overreacting. I don't think I'm overreacting. I think I can see the trajectory that we are heading. I can see the trajectory that we are heading, and we are heading to a bad place. Like if we don't change course, we're not going in the place we need to go. With a bunch of fucking lads that we spent 400 million on. Like that's what I see. I see us heading towards an iceberg with 400 million pounds of players sat on that boat. That's what I see. And those players don't need to be on that boat. Like they are too good to be on that boat. Like they don't need to be sat on that boat because they are good enough to steer us in a different direction. But the guy that's navigating that boat is the biggest issue. And I've done a show on Slot. I've done a show just on him alone because he's the problem. He's a major problem at Liverpool right now. Major problem at Liverpool right now. And it's quite scary. It's quite scary because I was on another show and someone said, "Oh, so who are the 4 teams that we lost against?" And I was like, "Well, 4 teams." I said, "Well, we've lost to Newcastle twice. Sorry, we've lost to Crystal Palace twice. So we've lost to Chelsea twice. So that's not 4 teams. That's not 4 teams. That's literally 2 teams that we've lost 4 games to. So do I need to continue on because we've lost to other teams? We have. And I'm not even talking about 2024. 2024 was a absolutely unbelievable 6-month period for Arnie Slot. It was. It was stellar. It was unbelievable. But I am sorry. I am really sorry to tell everyone this, but he was not the one that was implementing the tactics, because he just ran it off. He just ran on with what Jurgen left behind. Jurgen left this 4-3-3 system that was there embedded into the players, and they knew exactly what they were doing, and he tweaked it. That's all he did. He didn't change it. He tweaked it. And he ran it off again because he didn't have time. He didn't have a pre-season to get his system into people. He didn't have a pre-season to do it. He just ran it off. What have you guys been doing? Yeah, that works. Okay, yeah, you just move over here a bit. Yeah, you just keep hold of the ball a bit more. And guess what? Let's just stick Ryan Gravenberch in midfield because the guy's got legs. We didn't have legs before because we had Endo. And we have McAllister, who's got no legs. And I'm sorry, but 2025 has been an abomination. 5 draws and 8 defeats in 36 games. And you're telling me I'm all right. Are you telling me I'm supposed to be fine? Am I okay with that? Am I all right with that? Am I okay with that? Am I okay with 8 defeats and 5 draws? And I haven't got any, I've got no reason to have any alarm bells. None at all. None at all. And we've just lost 3 in a row. I've got no alarm bells whatsoever. They don't need to be ringing. Why do they need to be ringing? We played really well. No, we haven't. We haven't played well in any game whatsoever. We have not played football that makes me think we should be winning by 4 goals or 3 goals. Every single game we have played, the opposition have looked like they could score at will. And whoever Will is, I don't know. But every game we have looked sketchy. Like you are throwing it out there on a wing and a prayer. And if you haven't got Mo Salah or Virgil van Dijk or Hugo Ekitike right now, then, or Alisson, which we haven't got Alisson now, by the way, until the end of November. Alisson's out for the season. I don't care what anyone says. I don't see Ali coming back until next year now. And maybe he might not even come back. Honestly, I am so over Alisson hamstrings. Like, once they're done, that's it. The guy is unbelievable in goal, but unbelievably bad at running 5 yards. But the way we are just okay with this is blowing my mind. The way we are just okay with it. It's fine. It's fine. We just score last minute winners when we've been completely outplayed. Now we're getting last minute winners scored against us because of the arrogance of the manager, that he won't just shut shop and go, you know what? I will take a point away to Chelsea because we have been shit. We have been shit for a while, and I will take a point. But nah, I'm not going to take a point. Why would I take a point? I'm going to put Andy Robertson on, who is dog shit and been dog shit for years, and I'm just going to tell him to start attacking. Just go and attack. Go and attack and don't bother defending. Just go and do that, Andy, because that's what you're so good at. Not. Because you don't assist and you don't score goals anymore, Andy, and you haven't done for a long time. So what are we doing? It's pure arrogance. Shut shop and take a point. Because guess what? If you'd have took a point to Palace, If you took that 1 point at Palace that you had, we'd be top of the table. We'd be top of the table. And if you took that 1 point at Chelsea, we'd be 1 point clear at the top of the table. And that means that we probably don't have to have this conversation, because we could just go back to the drawing board. We could just go back to the drawing board. Just go back to the drawing board. You've got a couple of weeks off, and you can sit there and go, all right, maybe I need to start putting more effort in. Maybe I need to start doing stuff with the players, which doesn't mean putting them in the wrong positions and making them look shit. Maybe that's what I need to do. Or maybe I just need to start making sure games are a bit tighter. Like, you know, maybe just like ask my defenders to start playing a high line again. Like, we all talk about this high line and it being a problem. Now I want the high line, because the way we are defending so deep is a problem. That is a big problem now. We're starting to back off so much that Caicedo's banging him in from 25 yards because no one's blocking him. No one's even pressing him now. So that's a problem. So I don't know where we go with this. I genuinely don't know where we go with this. Like, I think it's going to get worse. And I don't want to be the guy that says, I told you so. I don't want to be that guy that says, I told you so. But I feel like I'm going to end up being that guy that ends up going on loads of channels saying, I was the one that was telling you about this. Like, I was talking about the warning signs. Like, I went very early on this, and people were like, nah, you're overreacting. I went this early that I started getting worried about signing Alexander Isak, because I didn't know whether we were actually going to get anything out of Alexander Isak when we signed him. I was the one that went on shows and said, I think Alexander Isak is amazing. He's one of the best number 9s in the world. But I don't think we're going to actually get anything out of him, because we're not going to play him as a number 9. We're going to end up doing some false 9 shit with him, and he's going to end up being wasted. And I really worried about it. And I also talked about Florian Wirtz. I'm a massive fan of Florian Wirtz. But I did say, if he plays Florian Wirtz in that number 10 position, Florian Wirtz will want to go over to the left-hand side, and he has Alexis McAllister stood there, with Cody Hakpo stood there, and Hugo Ekitike stood there. And there is 4 people all stood in the same fucking spot. That's what I said. And I'm like, I want this player. He's going to be amazing. But I don't think we have the right manager to get the best out of him. Because the tactics do not work. They just don't work. They don't work. They were implemented in 2025, and we've lost 8 games and drawn 5 in 36. And I'm supposed to be overreacting. Am I overreacting? Are you overreacting? I don't want the manager sacked, but I need the manager to fucking get on his iPad and fucking press the delete button. Press factory reset. Because whatever you're looking at is not working, mate. And you need to reset to what got you the best out of your team. And unfortunately, it was somebody else's tactics. But I don't care. And you shouldn't care either. Run it back. Run it back. Because it will get the best out of the team that you bought. It will get the best out of the team that you bought. All the players you've signed, they fit into the formation like Lego. They fit into the formation like Lego. You could play the 4-3-3 diamond and win the league with it. Win the league with it. You win the league with that formation. Like, you wanted Andy Robertson again? You wanted Andy Robertson again. You wanted a younger version of Andy Robertson. You just bought him in Kirkes. And I hear everybody saying, oh, Kirkes is this, Kirkes. Has any winger had a good game against Kirkes? Has any winger actually had a good game against Kirkes? No. No winger has had a good game against Kirkes. That is the fact. Like, we can all slate him and say, oh, he's this and he's that, and he hasn't provided any assists and he hasn't done any through balls and all that stuff. Yeah, I get it. Attacking wise, he's not been great. It's not his fucking job right now. Like, he's treading water right now. Like, he's literally covering from McAllister, who basically walks around the pitch now because he can't run no more. Virgil van Dijk, who's doing more back and track, like literally runs backwards more than forwards now. So whatever's happening there, I don't know. Cody Hakpo, who's been space jammed with, I don't know, with Garnacho. I mean, I don't even know who he's been space jammed with because he's got one move in his locker and it's literally pick the ball up, cut inside and have a shot that gets blocked. That's Cody Hakpo right now, the whole season. That's all he does. That's all he does. Kirkes runs beyond him, ignores him and turns that way. But defensive-wise, there's not one winger that's had a good game against Kirkes. None. I've seen nothing come down the left-hand side, right-hand side of their side of the pitch that's made Kirkes look like a mug. Nothing. Yeah, he got beaten in the air. For a goal against with Bruno Guimaraes. Like, there's a lot of people that have been beaten in the air by Bruno Guimaraes, especially when he goes in with his elbow. But that's it. Like, there's nothing else that Kirkes has done wrong. Like, seriously. Like, and you can say whatever you want about Frimpong. Frimpong defensively has been outstanding. Bradley's been a mess. But Bradley's only been a mess because he keeps on getting yellow carded for dumb shit. Like, Bradley keeps on getting yellow carded because he's out of position. He's out of position all the time because he's being told to do this inside inverted thing and then he can't get back in time because the forward in front of him, for some reason, seems to think that Trent Alexander-Arnold still plays for Liverpool. Like, Mo Salah still thinks Trent plays for Liverpool because he stands there waiting for a 90-yarder onto his foot from someone who doesn't play for Liverpool no more. Like, Mo, you're not going to get the Hollywood pass anymore, Mo. It doesn't happen anymore. You're not going to get a 60-yarder from Virgil van Dijk anymore because he's been told not to do that anymore. You're not going to get the pass from Trent because he plays for Real Madrid. Like, stop standing there waiting for a ball that's not going to happen. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, when is someone going to tell him, Mo, that ball's not going to come to you, mate. You're going to have to come short. You're going to have to run. You're going to have to move a bit. Like, it's not there anymore, Mo. So do something else. Like, that's a problem. That's a problem. And the crazy thing is, do we have a guy who can give the players the motivation they need to actually do what we need them to do now? Because I don't think we have. I don't think we've got the right person to do that. I just don't. Because we've got a guy now who's changed. Like, you probably don't want to hear it, but we've got a different person managing the club now from the coaching perspective. Like, he acts like a different person. He dresses like a different person. He's got a bit of an arrogance about him. Like, he's a media darling. Like, you know, he's won a league title in his first season. He overachieved. He massively overachieved. And I don't know about you, but I think he thinks he's better than he is. And I don't think he thinks he needs to do as much as he needs to do Like, I don't think he thinks he needs to try as hard anymore. Like, I think there's an element of entitlement at Liverpool which we need to snap out of, because nobody's going to give us a league title again. It has to be taken. It has to be worked hard for. And it came so easily last year that I think there's a lot of players that think they're going to be able to do it again without a sweat. Like, you need to sweat. Like, you need to work your ass off, because Arsenal are coming. They're coming, and they've been there for a long time now. They've been there or thereabouts for the last 3 years. And if we don't switch things up, and we don't basically play the way some of the, like, 80% of our team isn't playing the way it should play, and they're not playing in the lanes and the positions that they should be playing. I'd say 80%. And I say it looks unfamiliar, and people look uncomfortable. And the simple passes that go out of play. Like, how many times have you seen us kick the ball out of play? Like that's not, you shouldn't be doing that in the Premier League, full stop. Like, you shouldn't be doing that as a professional footballer, full stop. Like, you should be kicking the ball out of play. And we kick the ball out of play 10, 15 times per game. But I'm not talking about like a misplaced pass. Like, you're trying to ping a 30-yarder and it just goes out. I'm talking about 5-yard pass. Like, your guy stood there, and then you look up and you kick it out of play, and he's like not there anymore. And he's like, well, you know he's not there. He's ran over there because that's the way he goes. Like, he's been told to move in that direction. Like, and it's a bit scary. It's a bit scary. You believe he can turn it around? You believe he can turn it around? I don't. I don't believe he can turn it around. I'm losing faith in him being able to turn it around. I'm losing it day by day, like interview by interview at the moment, because he's constantly on the TV. And get off the TV, mate. Like you're starting to turn yourself into a target now. You're starting to turn yourself into a target now. And I'm watching everything you do now. Like, I am watching everything you do now. And I've got a big problem in the turnover that we did. I think it's way too much now. Like, and I'll hold my hand up and say I was wrong. Like, I thought having a churn of like 5 to 7 players would have been good for us, but I'm starting to think it's a real negative for us. And I'm going to quickly run through the actual turnover that we had, because I don't think that people actually understand exactly how much turnover we had in the last 2 years. Like, it is quite incredible. Like, I'm not kidding you. So let me just give you a rundown. Okay. So I'll do 2024 and 2025 just as an example. Okay. So I'll tell you the turnover in players and staff in 2024 and 2025, which was when we first got Slot. Okay. So this was the time when we had this massive run where we were brilliant. Yeah. 37 games, 3 losses, three draws, and 2 of those losses, we know what they were. Like, they were losses because of the teams we put out. Yeah. We had this unbelievable run of like 83% win ratio. Right now it's like 60, 62, 61% win ratio, by the way. That's how much it's dropped. Okay. It's terrible. All right. So this is the turnover. So Liverpool signed Mamadashvili. Yeah. Didn't join the club, stayed at Valencia. We signed Federico Chiesa. he came to Liverpool, never played a game for us. Calvin Ramsey came back off loan. Stefan Bajcetic came back off loan. Peter Luger came back off loan. Tyler Morton came into the main team, and Harvey Davies came into the main team. Okay, Tyler Morton, Federico Chiesa, Ramsey, Bajcetic, and Peter Luger, and Mamardashvili and Davies didn't play a Premier League game. Well, Chiesa played 5, but played less than like 300 minutes or something. But none of those players actually played. Okay, so he didn't have any new players to integrate, none whatsoever. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay. Next thing, outgoings. Van der Berg went to Brentford, Carvalho went to Brentford, Peter Luger went to Fluminense, Adrian went to Real Betis, Joel Matip retired, Thiago retired, Mamardashvili stayed at Valencia, Calvin Ramsey went to Kilmarnock, Bajcetic went to Las Palmas, Ramsey went on another loan to Wigan, Reece Williams went to Morecambe, Nat Phillips went to Derby, and Ben Doak went to Middlesbrough. Okay. He didn't lose any first team players that were relevant. Not one. Okay. So he didn't lose any players that really made any difference whatsoever, because Sepp van der Berg wasn't the player that played for Klopp, and Carvalho wasn't a player that played for Klopp. Okay. So he didn't have any first team players that he lost. Okay. So this is the point I want to get over. Yeah. No first team players were missing. Matip never played for like 6 months, and Thiago never played anyway. Okay. So he didn't lose anybody, but he didn't gain anybody. Okay. This was his first 6 months. Okay. Next, staff. Okay. Hang on, no, not staff. Sorry. Okay, now we're going on to this year, 2025. Okay, so he didn't get anybody in January. Okay, so we've got the whole season 0 incomings apart from Chiesa. So what? Like, we only started playing Chiesa this year. Right, so this is where we start. Arne Slot's management. This is when Arne Slot started as a manager. I'm sorry. Like, he was a coach. He was a coach last season for 6 months. Yeah, he was a coach last season for 6 months with his tactics. And we didn't do well. We didn't do well. We lost the cup final. We lost loads of games in the Premier League. We lost a Champions League game, Champions League knockout final. Champions League knockout game, final 16, and we also lost to Plymouth. No, we didn't lose to Plymouth. Sorry, we lost those games. Okay, this was Arne as a manager. Sorry, as a coach manager. Yeah, with his tactics. Before that, 2024, no signings, none in, no signings coming in, loads going out, but none of them really made any difference. And he had a brilliant record. Yeah, using someone else's tactics. We know that with a tweak. Came in as a coach, started using his tactics. Yeah, started playing poorly. Fact. Okay, lost games, drew games. Yeah, knocked out of competitions. Okay, fact. This season, pre-season, his players, his sales. Here we go. Listen to the numbers. Alexander Isak comes in. Florian Wirtz comes in. Hugo Ekitike comes in. Milos Kerkez comes in. Jeremy Frimpong comes in. Mamardashvili comes in. Leone comes in. Peshki comes in. Woodman comes in. And Will Wright. These are all signings for Liverpool. These are all Arne Slot signings. All of them. His signings. Everybody says that they're the guys he wanted. They're his guys. He's been backed. He's been given full backing by Richard Hughes. Okay? Player sales. Okay? Player sales. Luis Diaz gone. Darwin Núñez gone. Gerald Quansah gone. Caoimhin Kelleher, gone. Tyler Morton, gone. Alexander Arnold, gone. Ben Doak, gone. Nat Phillips, gone. Harvey Elliott, gone. Kostas Tsimikas, gone. Jaros, gone. Beck, gone. McConnell, gone. Kumas, gone. McBayer, gone. Stevenson, gone. Balgazi, gone. Davies, gone. Corness, gone. Marcus, gone. Evers, gone. Jonas, gone. Orkiniski, gone. Truman, gone. Young, gone. Okay, so the last 7 are irrelevant because they're all under 18s that have all been basically let go on freeze. But the Diaz, Nunez, Quansah, Kelleher, Morton, Arnold, Doak, Elliott and Tsimikas, all first team squad players, and Diogo Jota, all first team squad players. They all played either in the first team or they were on the bench. Every single game, okay? Every single game last season, on the bench or in the first team. Does anybody think that's too much? Does anybody think that is too much of a cull? Does anybody think those outgoings were too much to lose? Does anybody agree with that? At first, I didn't. At first, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, none of them really performed that well. Like, Tyler Morton wasn't given a chance, so we didn't know. Like, now he looks unbelievable in the French league. But a lot of them, there's 2 players that quite possibly I wouldn't have let leave. And that was Harvey Elliott and Luis Diaz. Those 2 I would have kept, if I'm honest. But you can't turn down the money you got for Diaz when he's 29. And you probably can't turn down 40 million next year for Harvey Elliott. When is he going to play? When Curtis Jones isn't really getting that many games. So probably not. But then you've also got this turnover, which nobody's talking about. And it's the coaches. Johnny Heitinger, gone to become the manager of Ajax. Fabian Otter, head first team goalkeeping coach, gone after 1 season. Claudio Taffarel, gone. He's basically Alisson's best mate. You got Barry Lutus and you got Mark Bridge-Wilson, who are the head coach of the under-21s and the head coach of the under-18s. Both gone. Okay, so you got rid of your assistant manager who was a defender. An assistant manager who was a defender, who's moved on to be a manager. He's moved on to be a manager of Ajax. Not a crap club. Like, they're a good club. So you have to ask the question, was Johnny Heitinger important to Liverpool last season? And I have to be completely honest, I think he was so vitally important to Liverpool last season. I think Johnny Heitinger might well have been a key member of the coaching team to why we were so good defensively last season. There was only one team that done better defensively than us, and it was Arsenal. We were rock solid. Canate looked like it was his best season ever for me. Johnny Heitinger's gone, and our defence looks a mess. Our defence looks an absolute mess. Like, there's no doubt. Like, there's just no doubt. Like, there's no doubt that our defence looks an absolute mess now that Johnny Heitinger's gone. Like, and potentially Slot's tactics haven't helped that he's brought in 2025. But Heitinger was still getting a tune out of the defence. Like, the attack wasn't amazing. It just wasn't. It was Mo Salah, basically. 2025 was Mo Salah because Diogo Jota and Darwin Núñez scored 1 goal or 2 goals in the whole of 2025. So they were absolutely dreadful. And Luis Diaz basically dragged us over the line with his single goals in games consistently, and Cody Gakpo as well. So was Johnny Heitinger an influential figure for Liverpool in the defence? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. I don't know. He's poor at Ajax, conceded too many goals. But he's not a manager though, is he? That's what I mean. Like, was he a good coach? He wasn't managing, he was a coach. So I'm looking at common denominators. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. So he's gone, they've all gone, and now we have into the team, into the club, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, who was a manager at Besiktas, who got sacked for a start. Okay. So you now have another manager in the club as an assistant manager, when we've already got an assistant manager. We've already got an assistant manager anyway. Spike Hasselhoff. He's the assistant manager. Like, why Liverpool need to have 2 assistant managers is beyond me. Like, I don't know why we have to have 2 assistant managers. Like, this is a weird thing which has carried on from Jurgen. Like, Pep and Linders and the other guy, I can't remember his name, were both assistant managers. Like, why do we need to have 2? Like, Spike Hasselhoff is an assistant manager, but so is Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Like, are there too many cooks? Like, is that, I don't know, is that something I'm overlooking here? But we basically got Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, who was a former Besiktas manager who got sacked because he was shit, by the way. Xavi Villaro, who's a goalkeeping coach for West Ham. Like, that's a downgrade for me. I'm sorry, that's a downgrade. Luis Fernando Lubel, who's a development lead coach for Atletico Mineiro. For me, that's a downgrade. Rob Page, I think that's an upgrade for the 21s, but they've been terrible this season, the 21s. Simon Wiles, who replaced Mark Bridge-Wilson, I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Then Colin Stewart and Gary Probert, and they're just nobodies. Like, one's a development coach and one's a youth goalkeeper coach. Okay, so that's by the by. The turnover has been monumental at Liverpool. It's been absolutely monumental, the turnover. Like, it really has. Like, a lot of players left and a lot of players have joined. And you've had your pre-season, but you've also had tragedy in your pre-season. And I don't want to keep going back to that. I don't. Like, I feel like people are using it as an excuse because it's on a lot of Liverpool channels and they keep on talking about it. And Mo suffered from it. But, I mean, go and have a look at the videos of Mo yesterday celebrating with Egypt team because they qualified for the World Cup. Mo's fine. Sorry, Mo's fine. Like, Mo's literally celebrating with the Egyptian team because they qualified for the World Cup again. And Egypt have qualified for the World Cup twice now in 8 years. And the only reason why they've done it is because of Mo Salah. And for the negativity that guy's getting this season is unreal because Mo's having to deal with a new system, a new formation, more new players. Like, all Mo seems to be doing is working with new people constantly up front. That's all Mo seems to be doing every single year. Virgil van Dijk's got it easy. Virgil van Dijk's always had Konate next to him for years and years and Alisson behind him for years and years. Like, Mo's constantly dealing with new players all the time. And now he's got to deal with a new number 10, a new number 9, and a new right back all around him. Every player around him is new. Like, Mo's got enough on his plate, and he'll work it out eventually. But the problem we have isn't the players, it's the manager. And I can only give you the stats. Win ratio goes from 83% to barely over 50. And we all know the difference. And we all know why. Because you played Jurgen's tactics for 6 months and they worked a treat and you won the league. And then you decided, I'm going to bring mine in. And they have looked stinky and shaky and spawny to a certain extent. And we have never been in games. We have never been comfortable. Substitutions now are making us worse. The arrogance of thinking that you can just keep on playing players that are out of form consistently is just, it's wild. It's beyond me. And I mean, it's just, if I'm a right back for Liverpool, I'm sorry, but I'm getting my agent to find me a new club. Like, I'm literally on the phone to my agent saying, look, see if anyone's interested in me in January. Because if you're getting dropped for central midfielders who've never played in your position before to play in your position, then I'm on the phone to my agent. I'm sorry, I'm on the phone to my agent. And look, we can say what we want about Ekitike, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ekitike was on the phone to his agent, because he's probably going to get dropped for Isaac. And at the moment, we should probably play both of them. There's other players that should be dropped before those two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look on the tactics board of just a formation which could work for us. But I also want to show you the formation that doesn't work for us. Okay? I'll show you the formation that we currently play and just how bad it is. Okay? And you can see how overrun we get in areas and how disorganized we are, and just where do players go for a start? Like, where do you even pass it to? Like, where do you even pass it to right now? Because the opposition look like, genuinely, in every game I've seen, the opposition look like they have more players on the pitch. They look like they have more players on the pitch than Liverpool do. How does that even make sense? Like, how does that even... I can't comprehend it. You can show me a photograph of an image of Liverpool against Chelsea or Liverpool against Crystal Palace or anyone this season, and it looks like the opposition have more players. Like, I don't even know how that actually comprehends. How a team can look like they have more on the pitch when we have the same amount of players. Like, are we so shrunk down, like, that we've just disappeared? Like, it blows my mind. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the tactics board, and I'm also going to show you some information around some of the players we've signed and just what they don't do and what we are asking them to do. Like you're signing players who don't do what you're asking them to do. So why did you sign them? Like what was the point? Like, you're basically making them do something that they've never done before. So you're genuinely overcoaching a player into being something that he isn't. Like, you're going to make him worse. Basically, you're not going to get the best out of your players if you're asking them to do things that they've never done before, because then they're not good at it because they've never done it before. You know what I mean? It's like signing a forward to then play in defence. Well, he's not good at defending, is he? So he's going to get red cards for tackling. Like, why did you put him there? Like, anyway, so let's have a look at the tactics board. And I do apologise for the dog in the background. Also, there's not many of you here, but please hit the like and subscribe. It means a lot. I'm down to, I think I've got like 11 people to hit 2,000. 11 people to hit 1,900 subscribers. So it would be great if you could subscribe if you haven't. Let me hit the tactics board. Okay. So the tactics. Okay, so this is the diamond which I talk about. Okay. So this is the formation for me that wins us the league. Okay, this formation wins us the league. And the reason why it wins us the league is because what we have is we have a box in midfield. I know it's not a conventional box, but it's a slope box, which means it's on its side, but it can also rotate around. But it also has a box around it anyway if you push Virgil and Canate up. So as you push them up, as you push Virgil and Canate up the pitch, and Dom and Vert go up the pitch, Grav also goes up the pitch, Ekatike also goes up the pitch, say with the ball, the box stays the same. So you're always going to have a box here, but you're also going to have a box here. So it's a really, Ava is causing a ruckus. She is, you're absolutely right. She is, she's in the background causing trouble. I have no qualifications or badges or anything. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I have no qualifications in any management at all. But this is the formation that did us pretty well for the last 8 years. This formation's done pretty well for the last 8 years. And it's also the formation that we also played last year. Like, this is also what we played last year. So you move Kirkes up, you move Cody up, you move Salah up, you move Frimpong up. Now, the beauty of this formation as well is if you need to use Frimpong and Kirkes to get into these positions, then you can push him up. You can push these guys out wide. And then you've got Gravenberch that could drop into defence, or you've got Dom who can also cover, and then the box can be restarted as another box. And it's all for me it's just about having players in positions. And it's also about having a forward. Like, I'm so fed up of watching our forwards here. I'm so fed up of watching our number 9s being in midfield, being in the attacking midfield. Like, why are you in the attacking midfield? Like, the thing is, I reckon Nunes might have got more goals. Okay, Nunes might have scored more goals. Yeah, if Nunes got into the box more, which was a big problem. He didn't get into the box as much as he should have because he was doing midfield work and he was doing defensive work. Same with Diogo Jota. Too busy in the middle of the park, trying to get involved in stuff that wasn't important. And I understand that it's like, oh, well, you want to get him involved in build-up play. Why do you want to get him involved in build-up play? Why don't you want him to be in the box to score? Like, why have you signed Alexander Isak, who isn't a pressing machine, to play in midfield. Like, and this is a real worry for me. This is a real worry for me now, that we have such a disjointed team that play in this formation. Right now, this team plays like this, okay? The team plays like this. All right, let's just say it how it is, okay? So this is how Liverpool play, okay? So you got Dom. Actually, it's not even Dom, is it? So you got McAllister. So this is the Liverpool team under Slot now. So you got Gravenberch here. You got Gravenberch is there. You got McAllister there. You've got Frimpong here. It's not Frimpong at the moment. It's Dominic Szoboszlai. He plays there. And you've got Mo Salah somewhere around here. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. And you've got Cody. Cody plays quite similar. Yeah, McAllister plays around here. Wirtz plays like here. Kind of here. And Ekitike plays like here. Yeah, so you've got this kind of formation. I mean, it can be like that, but it is kind of like this. Yeah. So you've got like all these guys, all here, all having a smoke, all having a chill. That's pretty much Liverpool right now. That's pretty much Liverpool right now. Like, I would genuinely love to know how that even works. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? Like, what are you supposed to do with that? Like, what are you supposed to do with that? You've got a guy. You've got Dominic Szoboszlai, who is a great number 8, and he's also a really good number 10, who can do a lot of work for Mo Salah. Do a lot of work for Mo Salah. Like, even if you wanted to tweak Arne Slot's tactics to make them better, it's not difficult. It's genuinely not difficult to do. Like, all you need to do is move Kirkers out here, Virgil here, Canate here, and you don't play Dom. Or you could play Dom. You could play Dom as that kind of player there. Yeah. But what you need to do is you need to drop McAllister because he's no good right now. And you need to put Curtis Jones in there, who can control the ball. He can control the ball. And then Cody can come inside. Ekitike can come inside. Wirtz can play deeper in the midfield, and Mo Salah can come closer in. Even that formation makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. Because at least you've got a little bit of cover for Mo, and you've also got Mo a little bit more involved in the game. I mean, at the end of the day, why are we even putting Cody Gakpo wide when he just cuts inside anyway, and he stands in that position anyway? But this fascination of playing a Kirkes at the back is getting nothing out of Kirkes. Like the guy is an absolute engine. Like, he has got the engine of Dominic Szoboszlai to just bomb up and down all day long. Literally all day long, pushing their players back. And this is what Liverpool don't do anymore. And this is the reason why we are really, really shit right now. Is we don't get the ball over the halfway line in defensive presses from our fullbacks. So our fullbacks don't push the opposition wingers back anymore. So there's always an option. There's always an out ball. There's always an out ball for the defensive winger to be in our half. There's always an out ball. And we used to be 15 yards further back, so we were pushing them here. And if we were pushing them here, and we had our own fullbacks. Just say Dom's a fullback, okay? On these players, then that means Virgil van Dijk and Canate can be higher up the pitch, and Ekitike can be higher up the pitch, and Mo Salah can be higher up the pitch, and Cody can be higher up the pitch. These players can then press higher up the pitch, and the connection and the ball, just say the ball's with Cody, we can be higher. The whole team can move higher up the pitch. And if we nick the ball, we nick the ball in this area, or they get the ball back in this area, they don't have an out ball which is already in our half. Like, they don't have the out ball in our half. Their out ball is in their own half still. And that's what we don't have anymore. We don't have this threat of, if they lose the ball, we are right on top of them. Like, we are right on top of them now. And Florian Wirtz can make something happen. Ekitike can make something happen. Like, that's it. Like, there's no pressure. There's no pressures anymore. Like, the pressures that we used to do are dropped by like 20, 30%, which is insane. Like, if you're having players that drop that much in pressures on the ball, then the opposition have always got an out ball. Then the opposition could literally, we run at their goalkeeper. Yeah, Mo Salah doesn't press anyway, so that's always going to be an option. So this player here can just come short. Yeah, Ekitike runs at the goalkeeper. Wirtz doesn't press anyway, but say he did press their defender. Say Cody pressed their defender. Their goalie can just go straight to that player because Mo Salah doesn't press. Wirtz doesn't really press. And then Gravenberch has got to go on him. He's got to go on him. Oops, sorry. Jones has got to go on him. Virgil van Dijk isn't going to press here because he knows that this guy's going to be on here because Kerkez is in here now. So Kerkez is playing back here now. So he's not pressing this guy. He's got an out ball here. Dom might come in to press this guy, yeah? But then he's got a ball to him. Sorry, he's got a ball to him. Let me get rid of that arrow. He's got a ball to him. Then he can come short. Grav might follow him, but then he's not going to because he's going to have a guy here. So Grav will probably stay with him. So this guy will come short. Wirtz has got 2 on him. Ekitike's got 1 behind him. So the goalkeeper's got options, left and right. And then he's got an out ball here. Ooh. Sorry, he's got an out ball here. And also this guy has got an out ball here. So you're like, the Kerkez isn't going to come this high because then he's got this guy. So it's like, what are we doing? Like, there are so many out balls right now against Liverpool. It's unreal. It's just unreal that there are so many out balls for Liverpool. And right now, like, he doesn't press, and he doesn't press anyway. He presses. These try and win tackles when they can, but like the out ball around Salah is always there. It's always there. And right now, I'll be straight up with you. Right now, any team that plays Liverpool now puts 3 guys on 3 of our defenders. And I'll show you this. So we get the ball. Liverpool get the ball now. This is from our own kickoff. Okay, so this is from our own goal kick, yeah? Let me get rid of these. Okay, let me get rid of these. Just bear with me. Is there a quicker way of me doing this? There probably is a quicker way of me doing this. But, okay, so the ball's with Mamadashvili, yeah? And he's looking for an out ball, okay? So Mamadashvili's looking for an out ball. Kirkes comes inside. So he might have been out here before, but now he's inside here. Okay, so Mamadashvili's got the ball, and you think, look, we have got 3 at the back here. We're looking hunky-dory. Kirkes might actually go a bit wider, if I'm completely honest. And Virgil will come here, and then Gravenberch might drop in. Okay, this happens quite a lot. We've seen this quite a lot. Okay, and then you've got your midfield here. I'm just going to put some players in positions. Okay, so Dom would be here. Dom would actually be somewhere here, to be honest. Mo will be here. Cody will be there. Like, they'll all be just on top of each other. This is kind of how it looks like. So they'll all be like this. Yeah, they'll all be like this. So the opposition will go bang, 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 like that. Dom actually might be a bit wider, just when the play starts. He probably won't, to be honest. The opposition will have 3 players here, yeah, and then what they'll do is they'll put 2 of their midfielders in a box there, which means they box Verts in. So they'll box Verts in. Okay, so what they'll do is they'll box Verts in here, like this, and then they've got 3 defenders already at the back ready, which means that they've already outnumbered our entire attack with their defence, and they boxed Verts and Jones, which means that the ball goes out to Grav, because it normally does. Grav almost gets caught on the ball, or Curtis Jones, or whoever comes deep to get it. The ball goes to Canate. Canate has got nobody to pass to because of this box, so he can't go inside. He might be able to go to Dom, but normally he doesn't because our midfielder cuts inside here, so he's then blocked off his pass lane. So where does Canate go? He can do a long ball to Salah, which he's probably not going to be able to because Mo won't come deep. So Mo will probably get tracked by these, and then he'll get cut out. So Canate has to do another sideways shuffle to Virgil. Virgil then goes to Kirkes. Kirkes might get it to Cody. He might get it to Cody. But then Cody's closed down. Cody will cut inside. He'll probably lose it. And then we're back on the attack. Like, there's no outball for Liverpool. There's no outball for Liverpool. There's just no outball for Liverpool right now. Like, players are getting the ball, turning, and they're gone. Like, they're turning, and there's nowhere to pass it in. There's no one to pass it in. And the opposition keep on putting 3 players right in front of our centre-backs because they know for a fact that Gravenberch or Curtis Jones or Alexis McAllister will come deep to collect the ball from the goalkeeper. It's a telltale sign. It's like a trigger point. It's like a trigger point for Liverpool. The midfielder always drops deep to pick the ball up and form like a 3 at the back. And they just put 3 players against us. And Arnie, what he started doing now is Arnie has started sending his midfield out of the midfield. So we have nobody in midfield because we're trying to get the ball. Sorry, what am I saying? So what the opposition have started doing, not Arnie, what the opposition have started doing now is they've started removing their midfielders, so pushing their midfielders out. Yeah, so their midfield has vacated. So they've vacated the midfield because we can't get the ball through the channels to our midfielders. So the opposition have moved their midfielders wider, which means our midfielders then follow them, and we have nowhere to go. Like, we have nowhere to go then. So we're all stuck in this little area here where we can't get the ball out. And it happens over and over again. It happens over and over again now. We've literally given up the midfield. And it's really where we want to go. It's where we want to go. Like, Arnie wants to go through the centre. Everything wants to go through the centre. Everything needs to go through the centre for Arnie. And what I don't understand is why you don't just have Virgil, Canate, centre backs. Yeah, okay. So Mamadashvili's got the ball. The opposition can do three. They can go three. It really doesn't matter. Like, so what I'll do is I'll just get all these guys out of the way. 2 seconds. So we'll do the opposition in a sec, but we're going to do our tactics first. Okay. So you have Virgil, Canate. You have Kirkes wide. You have Dom. You don't have Dom wide. What am I saying? You got Frimpong wide. Like touch line fullbacks with so much pace. Yeah. So much pace. Then you got Gravenberch in between the midfield with Dominic Szoboszlai, by the way. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This isn't the team I'd play, okay? Let me just give you the team I will play, because I'm talking about like an only slot team. Okay, this is the team I'd play, okay? So Vert, let me move Vert out of the way for a sec, and Salah. I'll bring them back on in a sec. Okay, so that's my centre backs, yeah? The ball's with Mamadashvili. Okay, Mamadashvili isn't doing this sweeper keeper shit because he's not a sweeper keeper. Okay, you've got Gravenberch in the DM position. You've got Curtis Jones in the double pivot position. Yeah, I'm not playing McAllister, sorry. You've got Dominic Szoboszlai in the 8. So he is... Hang on, what am I doing? Sorry. You've got Gravenberch here. You've got Dominic Szoboszlai here. Sorry. You've got Dominic Szoboszlai here. Yeah. This is the formation I would play. This is kind of the diamond anyway, if I'm completely honest. It's the same diamond. You got Jones, you got Dom. You've then got Alexander Isak as your number 9. That's all he does. Nothing else. He's the number 9. You got Florian Wirtz, who's closer to Jones. Okay, so he plays in the pockets. And you got Mo Salah, plays in the pockets. That's my formation. And the ball goes out to Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, so the ball goes to Virgil. Look at the options Virgil's got. Even if the opposition go 3 on them, yeah, even if they go, look, we're going to put 3 on you, okay, or we're going to mark him, we're going to come at you here, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to push our guys up here, yeah, we're going to try and push on you guys, yeah. So the opposition's always going to be in front of us, aren't they? So even if they go man for man, yeah, the opposition's always going to do that. And they're certainly not going to do that, let's be honest. They're not going to put 1 man on Isak. So they'll always have 2 here. Yeah. Okay. So somebody here is going to have space. Somebody here is going to have space. Okay. It can be Gravenberch. Okay. So Virgil. Can Virgil do a through ball? Yes, he can. Can Virgil go wide to Isak, to Kirkes? Yes, he can. Can Jones drop in? Can Wirtz drop in and take the ball off Kirkes? Yes, they can. What if the opposition push up with them? Well, Wirtz goes beyond. Wirtz goes beyond. Can Jones get come quick, pass a ball, play Wirtz through? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Has he got the option to go to grab? Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Has he got the option to go to Isak and play a ball through to Isak? Yes, he has. What if the player comes deep to get Isak? Can Isak play the ball off to Wirtz? Yes, he can. Can Wirtz then run beyond? Yes, he can. We're not even talking about Salah. We're not even talking about, can Dom do the job of Mo Salah? Do the running for Mo Salah and Frimpong? Yes, he can. Okay, so what if Dom does a blind run through and takes this guy with him and takes this guy with him? Can Frimpong get beyond? Yes, he can. What if he pushes this guy back? Okay, he's took this guy back. Can Mo Salah be free then? Yes, he can. Can Virgil play the ball through to Grav and then Grav play the ball through to Salah? Yes, he can. Can Tom cover for this area? Yes, he can. Can Frimpong get back? Yes, he can. There are so many options. There are so many options when you spread the play and make the pitch bigger. What teams are doing against Liverpool is they are making the pitch so small that we've got nowhere to go on it. We've got nowhere to go. You look up and there's a guy right at your foot. Make the pitch bigger. Make the pitch bigger. Like, use Alexander Isak's attributes. Use Kirkez's attributes. Use Frimpong's attributes. Look, we don't need Dominic Szoboszlai to score us 10 goals this season. We don't need Dom to do that. We've got Frimpong. We've got Kirkez to do that. We got Wirtz to do that. We don't need Dominic Szoboszlai to score us 10 goals. We don't. So guess what we can do with Dom? We can do with Dom as what we've got out of him before. And we can use Dom to be the shield for Salah and Frimpong and help Konate. Get Dominic Szoboszlai back into the number 10 position, but play him as a high 8 and use him predominantly on the right-hand side. And he can be the foil for Salah. And he can help Salah not having to track back, being the blind runner, giving Frimpong the freedom to play wider. And you don't have to put so much pressure on Gravenberch then. And let's get back to using Virgil van Dijk as a 60-yarder. Like, when did that not stop working? Like, that has always worked. That's always been an option. Like, Mamadashvili's got a really good kick on him, by the way. Mamadashvili's got really good distribution, like a long distribution kick. Use it. Use it. And let's do something on this side of the pitch, because we are wasting Kirkez by playing him here. And we are wasting Wirtz by putting him in an area where he's already got a Curtis Jones, a Hugo Ekitike, and a Cody Gakpo all stood next to each other. Like, make the pitch bigger and use Wirtz in space. And I'm sorry, but you've got all your Curtis Jones haters, but right now Curtis Jones is playing the best football I have ever seen him play. Right now, he is playing fantastic football for Liverpool. He's making the right decisions. He's not holding on to the ball anymore. He seems to be the only one that's kind of trying to work things out by himself. But if we didn't have Hugo Ekitike right now, I don't know where we'd be. Like, seriously, I don't know where we'd be, because we'd have lost a lot more games. So it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. And it can be done. And we just need to make the pitch wider. Make the pitch wider. And use Gravenberch as a defensive midfielder and use Dominic Szoboszlai and Jones as your 8s. Like, you don't need a number 10. You don't need a number 10 when you've got a number 9. You don't need a number 10 when you have Florian Wirtz, who could cut inside and be like a number 10 anyway. Because that's what he was doing. That's what he's doing for Bayer Leverkusen. Like, there's no reason why Wirtz just couldn't come in here and play like a number 10 and support Isaac. And then you've got the foil of Curtis Jones to be around this area where he could just pick things up and then Kirkes can bomb on. Curtis Jones can drop back and play in the pivot easily. Dom can drop back and play in the pivot easily. And then you've got the foil of your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 midfielders there. And then you've got Wirtz, Isaac, and Salah as your 3. That works. That works as well. That really does work. Like, why did you sign Frimpong and Kirkes if you ain't going to use them as wide players? Like, what was the point? Like, what was the point? You basically signed 2 roadrunners. You signed 2 of the fastest players in the Premier League who've got engines on them all day long. Engines forever. Like, you signed them. Like, what would you sign them for if you aren't going to use them? Like, you've got, I don't know, it's like 69 GA in the last 4 years from Frimpong. And the first game you played him, he scored a wonder goal. Like, the first game you played Frimpong, he scored a wonder goal, and then you decided not to play him again in that position. Like, what? What sense does that make? What sense does that make? And the first game you played first game you played Wirtz and Ekitike, Wirtz was quite wide. Like, Wirtz played quite wide in that game, like on the left. And what happened? They combined for a goal. Ekitike and Wirtz combined for a goal. Like, did you see where Wirtz was when Ekitike scored? Yeah, he passed the ball in from the left-hand side. Oh, and guess who scored the goal? Oh, yeah, that was Frimpong from the right-hand side. And you decided to just scrap that. Like, not going to do that again now. Finish with that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that difficult. I really don't think it's that difficult. I don't think it's that difficult. I think you've got the team. I think you've got the players. Like, and if we want to just mix it up, well, we could easily mix it up. So you can move Wirtz out. You can put Cody in. We can take Isaac out. We can put Ekitike in. Well, you can take Salah out. Well, you can put Frimpong in. And then you can put Bradley there. Well, you can take Dom out. Well, you can put Mack in there. I don't want to see McAllister in the DM position anymore. I don't. Well, Canate, okay, we'll take Canate out. You can put Gomez in. Well, Kirkes out, okay. Well, you can take Kirkes out. You can put Robbo in. I don't want to put Robbo in anyway, but yeah. And then what? Okay, so you could put Dom in Bradley's position. You put Dom in Mack's position. You put Dom in Jones' position. You put Dom in Graf's position. You put Dom in Frimpong's position if you really want to, then Cody's. You have rotation all over the park. Chiesa, okay. Chiesa could go where Frimpong is. Chiesa could play where Ekitike is. Chiesa could play where Cody plays. There's rotation all over the park. All over the park. Endo, the only position I play Endo in is in Graf's position, and that's it. Naoni can play Jones, can play Mack, can play Grav. Rio can play where Cody is. I mean, there's plenty of rotation. There's plenty of rotation that we could do with the team. It's there. It's there. Like let's stop hanging our players out to dry. Now, let's just stop hanging them out to dry and start playing them where naturally they're good. Like, naturally, Ekitike is a number 9. He is. Like, that's where we played for Frankfurt, up front, on his own. Like, naturally, Alexander Isak's a number 9. Let's just play him there. Like, Wirtz, let's just get rid of this bullshit 10. Can we just get rid of this bullshit 10 now? Because it's just not working. It's just not working. The number 10 is not working because you have other players that want to play in the number 10 position. So don't play a number 10 because you already have Cody Hakpo, who cuts into being the number 10 position, and Alexis McAllister, who wants to play in the number 10 position. And then you have your forward in Hugo Ekitike or Alexander Isak, who you told to play in the number 10 position. So why would you need another one? So don't do it. Don't play him there. Don't play him there anymore. Like, he's not played well in that position because players haven't been able to score the chances that he's created. So get him in a different position where he can create better chances, maybe. I don't know, but for me, transitionally from counter-attacks, when the opposition has the ball, we look an absolute mess. When we attack, we go so far up the pitch with everybody that we lose the ball because of our own stupidity, or someone has a shot and it basically shins off someone, and they have a transition against us or a counter-attack against us, which we're screwed. Make the pitch bigger, make the passing lanes wider, give us more options, because you've signed a load of players that like to play fast-paced, wide football, and you're not doing it. Simple as that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. I will be doing a conspiracies stream if I get more than 20 people from the members group that say that they want me to do it. So let us know in there. It's in the members messaging. I posted up a message there for members, so let me know. If there's any other stuff you want me to do, just write in the comments on the main channel, and let me know if you want me to do something else, because we've got a bit of time for the international break. I'm sure we're probably going to be watching Sweden tonight for some reason. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I know I won't. But I'll see you all later. I'm going to forward you on to another show. I'm going to be doing a Domi-san stream tonight, so you can check me out on there. And I appreciate the people who've dropped me super thanks and super chats offline. You can do that if you do want to support the channel. Please support the channel. I'm looking to go back to StreamYard because I've got more options on StreamYard, but I do need more members because it is expensive to pay for the product. So if you do want to become a member, please become a member. It's 99p. It helps me pay for the software that I use, the streaming software. And I do want to go back to StreamYard because it gives me more options. And it gives me the use of overlays and things like that, which this doesn't. So please support the channel if you do. And then obviously I'll upgrade. If not, hit the like and subscribe, and I will send you on to another channel. Bear with me. Who is live right now? Who is live? MHF is live right now. So yeah, go over there. Actually, I'm going to send you over to Irishman. Hit kmack raid. So I've sent you over to Irishman. No, they're updating their system. So no, I'm not going to be sponsored by them for a bit. It might be again, but they're updating their system, so they're sorting stuff out like their end for the back end. So I'm not, but I might have another one soon. I don't know yet. See how it goes. It felt a bit weird because I was kind of pressured to like do shows to put them on, which wasn't my style. Let me just stop sharing. If you're whacking kmack raid, I'll send you over to Irishman now. You all have a good evening, and I will see you all soon. Take care.